Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and in this video here I'm going to be talking about the best mining location in Sho-Battai, or near Sho-Battai. So this is a starting location for a lot of, a few of the game modes. To start out, Rock Bottom is one of them, and it's the one I picked this time. There's a few others too, not going to get into that because it's not what the video is about, but essentially, this is a good starter town with a good mine location nearby the starter town. You can see the mines here. There are 2 copper nodes here. You have also a copper node back there, but it's too far away from town. You don't get the protection of town when you're there. If manhunters or slave traders pass you when you're at that copper resource, they will often attack you. So it's not a good idea to go over there. This iron node is close enough to town to get the protection, in my experience, most of the time. And in my experience, too, manhunters don't mess with you when you're at these copper nodes. So as far as the location of these copper nodes, see my little arrow just northwest of Sho-Battai it is? This is basically the map location of these nodes. They're close enough to town to the point of where you can build storage copper in town like you see here. I have 2 storage coppers. You can build one of those in town and then have your characters mine outside of town and then just run the ore into town as it stockpiles up. There are a few negatives to this location. Unlike Squin or Bad Teeth, I think it is. Yeah, Bad Teeth. Unlike those zones, you're going to have to deal with enemies a lot more than other areas, in my honest opinion. Skimmers are going to be a bit of an issue. If any skimmer sees you, they're just going to basically lay you out. They have stats in the 20s, I think, or 30s, one of the two. And you have stats below 5 for the most part at this early level. Once you have stats like 15, 20 plus, you're probably not going to be in this location anyway, so I'm assuming you probably have really, really, really low stats like I do. And, yeah, that makes skimmers a great threat. Like I said before, manhunters, slave drivers, or slave traders, you want to watch out for them too, because if you're knocked unconscious, they will enslave you. Also, there's a chance they will attack you anyway, because, they want more slaves, especially if you look like a slave. So that's something you want to pay attention to. Also, the guards here will attack you if you're malnourished, or they can attack you if you're malnourished. Like, here's a skimmer actually going by the mine that I can show you. It's best that I run L's away when the skimmer goes through his little patrol route. I actually should probably run L's into town and grab a little bit of food. Even better, I should make a food store, but I think I need to, I'll move that up the research list. It makes it a lot easier if you do make these storages in your house and also a food store in your house, because then your characters can automatically feed themselves and they can automatically drop off the items and you're basically just good to go. You don't have to worry about doing any of this that I'm doing now. Shek have a, well, actually, you know what? I can show you this, too. L's actually, he went right into the rotation that I wanted him to go into, which is great. So, I think he's dropping. Nope. Good. He's stuck. So, this happens. If you tell a character to mine this copper ore right here, and you have him standing in this part of town, right here, basically where my camera is right here, this little courtyard, when he runs up to here, well, technically, L's ran out of the bar, and he triggered this same thing. So, in a lot of parts of town, I can do this. But that courtyard is a 100% chance. He will get caught in this loop, where he basically just runs through town like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you can use this to raise your strength, your athletics, or, well, actually just your strength and athletics. That's really all you can raise by doing this. And it's a neat early game trick that I'd recommend you take advantage of. One thing to keep in mind, though, is if you run out here and you start using this mine, I'll show you this, then L's will stop moving. So you can only do this when nobody's using this copper node. L's should stop moving shortly, because he'll stop trying to go to this copper node. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he will get stuck in a loop. Usually that doesn't happen. Usually the character stops moving when somebody's using the node, because he can't also use the node at the same time. But it seems like I lucked out. So he's just stuck in a loop, raising his strength, as you can see. And as you can see, it's honestly not too bad of strength XP. It's going up pretty darn good. And athletics too, but this is less so, obviously. Oh, I didn't realize Almar got beat up. Wasn't paying attention. That's not good. But anyway, that is mostly this location. I could really drag on this video as long as I want, but I don't see much of a reason to. I've mostly explained everything that I need to about this location. You can also see what happens too when you don't pay attention to one of your characters. He must have gotten mowed over by a skimmer. And since this character got knocked unconscious, it is very important that I pick him up and I take him with me, or just pick him up, period. If you leave your character knocked unconscious on the ground, they will be picked up and or they will be captured by slave traders. That is a very, 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 very bad idea to leave them unconscious on the ground. And also, apparently, a lot of skimmers got killed. This is the second best money, aside from mining copper here. Keep an eye out on the skimmers that get killed. Also, I'd recommend you don't loot the guards, honestly, because you don't want to tarnish your reputation with United Cities. I always call them Undercities. Gosh darn it, World of Warcraft with your UC acronym. But anyway, you don't want to loot the guards because you don't want to tarnish your reputation, because you honestly want them to protect you as best they can, because every other faction is against you here. The United Cities heroes are against you, the manhunters are against you, the slave traders are against you. Everybody basically wants you dead and will capture you and sell you into slavery. And the townsfolk here, the samurai, barely protect you whatsoever. They will basically attack you if actually a lot of the factions attack you. Like if you get attacked by United Cities noble hunters and you run to town for help, town will attack you. If you get attacked by the United Heroes faction, you will not get any help whatsoever from town. Also, manhunters attacking you in town, no help. Slave traders attacking you in town, no help. It's a brutal, brutal world when you're living in the United Cities. So keep that in mind. It's very important to be very cautious when you're in these towns. And I just seen a skimmer ragdoll slap a girl, slap the barricade. It was funny. Anyway, aside from mining, definitely get the skimmers. Skimmers are actually really, really, really good money. Where are you going, Els? Stop, 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 stop. Els is going back to that copper resource. Thinking about buying a backpack, that way everybody can eat out of the backpack, because that's like the next best thing to do. But anyway, before I take up way too much more of your time, that's basically all I can teach you in this video. I'm pretty sure I showed you basically everything I can with this location. If I left anything out, please let me know in the comments section below. And aside from that, if this video did help you out, leave me a like, because that helps me out. Aside from that, I will catch you guys around in future Kenshi videos. Peace.